So let's start this. I have some pretty cool questions to ask. I actually made these questions in like a day, but I asked a bunch of people and they liked it. Let's see if you guys would like it too. So the first question comes up is LCQ's over. It has been a pretty banger day. I had fun. And a lot of people had fun. I was watching RP with a lot of people, and it was like a pretty stacked LCQ too. There were a lot of good people playing, and only 4 of them called and made it through to the main event. And the first question that I actually want to ask is actually very controversial. It is: do you guys think it's harder to be first in LCQ or to win playoffs?
Okay, for info, this is my question. I genuinely believe it's like I've talked to other people and everyone so far has said playoffs is harder to win than LCQ. But genuinely, like on my life, I think LCQ is harder to win than playoffs. And I'm not saying that just because I lost.
Okay.
No, you're bugging, dude.
No, okay. The case. No, okay. Well, okay. What do you think, BeefSalad? What's like your gut call?
Playoffs is harder. Duke's not in LCQ.
Okay.
Yeah, like
no, but
you're just missing the top 12 people in LCQ. Like,
okay, no, but like if you put like anyone in the top 12 in LCQ, the odds of them winning LCQ is probably lower than the odds of them, or at least, okay, fine. At least for me, I feel like, no, even for like Duke, if you put Duke in LCQ, the odds of him winning LCQ are still lower than him winning playoffs. And my reasoning for this is because when you have like 60, 70 people in LCQ, like probability wise, someone is going to have like a crazy run. Like the fact Shimon made playoffs is like crazy. But like when you think about it, there's like 70 Shimons in every LCQ though. So someone is going to have a generational run where like even if they forfeit 50% of the time, it's like if it's a coin flip every seed, someone is going to hit the 10 heads in a row. You know what I mean? And that's like my reasoning for why it's harder to win LCQ. Because genuinely, you don't understand how like brutal it is. Like maybe last season, I would agree that playoffs is harder, but genuinely on some of the seeds I played this season, it was like I would enter the end like maybe 30 seconds behind whoever was in first place. And on tab, there would be rows of people at the end as well. Like it's just so hard to have a lead consistently, I feel like. And to perform super consistently, I feel like okay, maybe LCQ is like too hard, but I'd say mid-season is definitely like harder than LCQ just because you do have like all the people in the top 12, or like most of them.
Yeah.
Maybe
Is
it's
anyone
harder.
convinced?
I mean, I feel like you need to get luckier, but I don't know about harder.
Trace.
I mean, by harder, I mean like the probability of you winning is just lower.
Well, I guess it depends on the person. Like, I think my probability of winning mid-season is higher than my probability of winning playoffs, but maybe it's different for you or Duke.
I guess so, yeah, I guess so. Because if it's like a more luck-reliant format, then like anyone can just have like a more lucky session. But I think guess with playoffs, it's very constant.
I mean, I guess what's the idea is that just like playoffs has less people is like the only argument, I think. Like there's just less people playing.
I mean,
playoffs.
it's kind of like chess, how it's like some people say like the qualifying tournament for like the world championship match is harder than the world championship match itself because you're playing the candidates or whatever. There's like 8 people, but if you're playing the world champion match, it's just like a 50-50. There's 2 people. I kind of feel like it's like that vibe almost.
Playoffs can ask for more though. When you're playing against someone really good, you have to like give it your all. But in LCQ, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, there definitely is also like a different mental aspect to it as well. Like
It is a
the weird thing about LCQ is like if you lose a seed in playoffs, it's just like it can be hard because you're thinking about like what you did wrong on the seed. And it's like even if you're behind by like 5 seconds or like 3 minutes or whatever, there's not really a difference. But in LCQ, it's like if you're behind by 5 seconds on like seed 1 or something, you lose 1 point, and that's like really negligible. But like a 1 point difference or like a 1 seed difference in playoffs can make like such a big difference, like mental wise and confidence wise.
Yeah.
True.
I think like the mental in LCQ is probably harder because you just have to play like 10 seeds. But like I think mid-season winning is, I would agree, is harder. But there's just still such a big gap between like the top like 10 people and everybody else, or like the top 5 people and everybody else. Like I think that there's like, you were like, you said there's like 70 Shimons or whatever. Like people can hit top speed a lot. Like there's a lot of people that can get there sometimes. And I guess that's kind of where LCQ is a little scary. But like those people aren't getting that pace the whole time. Like Max won like 1 or 2 seeds or whatever, but he also just died in like 3 of them. So he lost. Like,
yeah, I guess that's
for
true.
that, like he'd be scarier to play in playoffs because there's just less seeds to like if he only has to do that on 3 seeds instead of like 10 or 8 or whatever. But like if you're like, you would legit have to brick out to not get top 4 in any LCQ. Like there's just no possible way. Like,
Yes, but
because
I've also like never fallen out of top 4 in playoffs either. But I have, well, if you count season 2, I did lose an LCQ once. So if we go by the numbers.
it's a different time back then. I don't know. I don't know. I see what you mean though. Like, it's just because there's more people playing. So like the actual just raw odds that you win are like smaller. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like as Feinberg said, there's a lot of more players that can hit top speed now compared to like before, because people are improving day by day and season by season. So every LCQ is gonna be more psyched because there's gonna be more players that are good players that are in the top 12. Well, I think playoffs is harder. LCQ is not as easier than it seems. I don't think there's like a big gap between playoffs and LCQ. Like winning LCQ, I mean being first, not top 4. I think there's not that much of a difference, but it's playoffs is harder, I think. Like by a slight edge. That's how I see it.
Okay, wait, Feinberg. This kind of like ties into a question I had for you. Like when you were at your prime and like season 1, season 0, or whatever, would you say compared to now that was more fun? Because I feel like, at least for me, I feel like I've just played ranked way less recently. And part of that is because so many people can reach top speed because the game feels like more formulaic. You think it was more fun in like season 1, season 2 when people had like less of an idea what they were doing, or was it fun just because you were winning?
I think it was more fun to win more. Like, I think it's definitely better that like it's better now because people know more, so the games are like more competitive. It's like older seeds kind of felt random. I don't know how to explain it. I think it's just better when people are better. I don't know. Like, it sucks to lose more to like RNG sometimes. Like, I don't know, someone just like goes the right way or like does something stupid in an overworld that works, or like just like finds some terrain off it. Like, I don't know. Like, there's more flip flop because people are like hitting the top speed more often. But like, I don't know. I think it's just more fun when people are better. Like, the fact that the best average in season 1 was like 12:20 is just like crazy. Like, that's like 3 minutes slower than it is now. Like,
I mean, filter got better too, no?
the filter did get better. That did help a little bit, but like just everybody getting like so much better at like 0 and just like everything like totally helped. I don't know. I think it's more fun now just because people are better, and like obviously I'm relatively worse than where I was, but I think like that's just a majority because I haven't like played as much. Well, like it's also just because everyone else was like really shit, and then ranked made it so that people could like play good seeds all the time. Like you couldn't really practice that well before ranked. Like you could, but people just play like practice seeds that people submitted or something. Like there was no insane practice. And then now people played 15,000 ranked games, and it's like, okay, well, people are putting in the time now, and then they get better.
Private rooms.
Okay. Wait, sorry, you go, Phil. Sorry.
I said I was just gonna say private rooms. People do that a lot.
Okay. No, now I have a follow-up. Now that people are like way, way better, do you think, and also like I would argue to some extent, like at least for me, I agree that it being more competitive is a good thing. It's just like more interesting to watch each match at like a top level because like it is just like more competitive. But do you think there should be a no calc season of rank? Like I feel like at least for me, I've been getting kind of bored. I feel like other people have been kind of getting like burnt out by the RNG on some seeds, like with the direction RNG and stuff, or just like some people like leave on 11 eyes or whatever, for example, if they're behind, like stuff like that. Do you think adding something like or no calc or like access or whatever back, like disabling F3C, do you think that would make ranked more competitive, at least for like a season as like a gimmick? Or do you think that's just like a complete brick idea?
I mean, I've like thought about gimmick seasons, like I don't know, we could do one season where there's just no ocean seeds and it's just like only like temple, room portal, village overworlds, or like you could do a season where like maybe the nether's like always SSV or something, or like I don't know, just random small changes like that to like the type of seeds that you're playing. I mean I obviously would like enjoy a no calc thing, like obviously. But it's weird because it does just make the game like way more RNG, because if it's like 2K blind, there's not really like a skill thing in getting like 0.5 or 0.6 on your eye measurement or something.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's just because people haven't put the time into it. Like maybe it is a skill thing. That like if the entire community was forced to like, well, not forced to, obviously you don't have to play rank, but like if people were trying to learn it for a whole season, like maybe there'd be a system that would be developed to handle it better. But it just feels like it adds so much RNG, and like the rest of the seed would still be solved, you know? Like I feel like every match would
Yeah.
just like who, like once people got good enough at it, like who just like had better like 0.1 RNG, or like, you know what I mean? Just like better, like did you hit the cave with a stronghold, or were you 40 blocks off and you lose like a minute, you know? Like it's I think it doesn't work because of that, because everyone's so good at everything else. I think its
Yeah, I
moment
guess
would have
so.
been like a year or two ago.
Mm.
I think. If
Yeah,
that
that
makes
makes sense. No, yeah, I feel like maybe in my head I just have like a really rose colored or like rose tinted image of like how it used to be, like older ranked, where I feel like every time you lost a match, like you would learn something new. Like nowadays it just feels a lot more like it's just like some micro mistake or whatever, and it's like, oh, I just made a mistake here, and you're not necessarily learning anything. It's just like, oh, I should not make this mistake that I'm aware of. But I guess so, yeah, I guess calc doesn't really solve the issue. It is still just like everything else is still solved.
Yeah, I agree.
So, speaking of gimmick season for seats, like new, like set seat types, I actually have a silly question to ask. How do you guys feel about like the new idea? I like the idea for new seat types potentially. I know people talked about it a lot, but I still want to mention it because I want to hear opinions because I never did. Like, let's say there's like jungle temple seats, there's like pillager seats, maybe no structure seats. Like, how do you guys feel about the new idea for like a new fresh of air? Like, do you guys think that that's feasible?
I mean, it could be fun, but like villager outposts are so bad. In tournaments where they've had those, like ESI, they have to like just remove the pillagers for it to not suck.
Still, same thing still can be done.
Yeah, I mean, you
but
can
then it's like
remove the pillager
very
outpost.
non-vanilla. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's like if you care about vanilla parity, then outposts are bad. But some like temples, it's like it'd be fine. It's just like, I'm gonna be honest, I've become like really annoyed at RNG and ranked. I think that's like part of the reason why I haven't like played as much in recent seasons, just because I don't like losing to RNG when I feel like I should be winning. And because of that, it's like I've gotten really annoyed at like the random forced RP seeds, for example, where you don't know where the food is necessarily, and sometimes you go a direction and you get chickens and the other person gets cows and you lose because of that. So I've gotten really annoyed at those seeds, and I feel like jungle temples, in my opinion, are just like that but worse. But I guess like you could play rotten flesh, but then it's just like that is just temple seeds but without the blocks, so it's like it's just annoying. I don't know. It'd be cool though, because I really like that trick in the jungle temple where you like double click on the lever and you get to loot the block like through the piston, like moving the cobblestone. That strat's cool. But other than that, I feel like jungle temples are pretty boring.
I don't like hate the idea. I agree with the pillager outpost thing that like you would just have to make it like not have pillagers, and then it's like, okay, well, we're just like looting a shittier version of a BT that's like, or like a shittier version of a shipwreck that's just like in the sky. I think jungle temple could be cool. I don't know. We can get into talking about RNG if we want to. It's like annoying, but like it's fine because you can't remove it all. I don't think that's the point of the game. And so like, I don't know. I mean, that's why playoffs is the best of 5 instead of like 1 seed. And like that's why the best of 3s felt bad in the seasons that we did them. Yeah.
RNG has like always been a drive factor, like an important factor. Like you just always stood there, no matter how good you play. Like RNG is staring at you from the woods, like in between the trees, like always like that. It's just never gone. It's just always there. Like I think like the best thing to do is just accept it, but it's like ultra annoying sometimes because like, sometimes you need the most elo, sometimes you need the playoff win, but something stupid happens out of your control and you just like die to it, and it can like be tilting a lot. It's like people like always got tilted to RNG for like years, and people still do. Like when you're a human and you get tilted at something that's repetitive, you can just either solve it or like accept it. But for speedrunning, RNG has gotten like never like patched on people. They still got tilted at it like every day almost. It's like almost in their brain. It's like I never fix it.
Yeah, I don't know the best like. It's just weird because if you take it all out, like first of all, it's kind of like impossible, and then second of all, it's like, okay, what are we even playing then? Like it's just like most seeds you couldn't even play because you could just argue that like certain decisions are random, like any terrain decision ever is random, like any like different food decision or whatever. Like would you like you freeze all the mobs? Like I guess you can make them like all walk the same way. It's like I guess it's possible to make things like so similar but there's still just like so much randomness. Like, do you just remove culling in the stronghold? Do you remove like everything around the stronghold? Do you make like everyone always go to the same strong? Like, do you make all 3 strongholds in the first ring like generate the same way? Like, do you remove all the caves in the world so there's never any like mobs? Do you remove mob spawning? Like, it's just so weird because like it's all micro things that you can like lose to occasionally, right? Like just a bat in the stronghold, or like digging to cords for a buried stronghold, and there's nether quartz that you dig into and your opponent doesn't. Like, do we just remove every single ore in the nether? Like, I don't know. There's like infinite things that you could say you could remove. And I think like I've gotten to a point where it's like, I don't know. I also think I care a lot less than a lot of the top runners because I feel like I don't have anything to like prove, or like I don't, I mean, I like purposefully didn't want to play playoffs or like didn't care about it for like 5 or 6 seasons. And like I feel like I don't care about winning playoffs. Like, I think it's cool to play. Mainly just because more people watch, and then that's nice. So I have to pay less money.
I was actually gonna ask the exact same question. I was gonna ask like,
Yeah.
why did you not play playoffs despite qualifying? And now, like for like past 2 or 3 seasons, you decide to play. Like, why did that change, and why was it like that before?
Yeah. Well, the first couple seasons I just like couldn't because we had no idea what we were doing, like the whole like stream wise and everything. Like season 1, I streamed it from my PC. It was how scuffed it was, and we had like if you watch a season 1 VOD, the graphics are crazy. Like the graphics are so bad. Like the play quality is so bad. The like overlays, everything's so bad. But like we just didn't know what we were doing, and I knew I wanted to like make the event and have it work. And so it's like I couldn't play. Like there was just no possible way that it would like work logistically. And I was okay with that for a couple seasons, and it was just fine. And then I guess like we've gotten to a point where like we have like Budgie doing the graphics, and like Hurryways help with some of the graphics too. Alra does the streaming. We have refs for the private rooms now. Like I used to be in the private room for season 1 too. Like we didn't have a ref. It was just like I was running the room or like in it with a like little console to like look at inventory stuff. Like it's so different back then. And like now we're at a point where all I did for LCQ is I woke up like 45 minutes before. I set the title and the notification on my phone before I got in the shower. I sent Oliver my stream key to double check. I hopped in the Discord call, I turned my camera on, and I watched Oliver's screen share for 3 hours. That's all I did. I didn't fuck with any of the reffing. I didn't fuck with any of the like production stuff. I didn't fuck with any of like setting it to breaks, any like modding, like nothing. I'm just like commentating at this point. And so I was like, I don't know why necessarily, but it was just like the option was there for me to play playoffs. And I guess I was probably just bored of AA at the time or something. Cause like that's kind of why I initially stopped playing ranked, I think, is just to play more AA, or just like I kind of got bored of it. Like in season 3, like because I played for probably the first month, and then I just decayed out for the rest of the season, and then didn't play at all in like season 4 and 5. I guess I just wanted to play again. Maybe it was just because like Crossbow Zero was introduced within that time, and I wanted to like learn stuff. I don't know. But then I was like, okay, I'm like top 10 in face points, might as well try to play. Like I never ever thought that I would win. Like in my head, there's just no way I'm beating Duke. There's no way I'm beating Loki in like season 6 or whatever. And I was just like, fuck it, I'll play. And I did better than I thought, I guess. But I don't know. Like it's nice to play because more people do watch. Like that's the funny answer that I'll give. But it's also nice to kind of see that I can still like be up there. Like I do think I'll try to qualify for playoffs every season from now on, but I'm not gonna like try to push myself to be better than like EDCR or Infium or like the top like 1 seed, 2 seed. Like because I don't think I would mentally enjoy that. There's still just like so much other things that I want to do with the game. That like I think maybe I could get to their level. Like I don't even really understand mechanics. Like that's just I feel like the biggest thing that's separating is that like my 2x1 PB is not even sub 6. Like I'm not even kidding. It's like a 6.05.
That doesn't mean you
I
like
just
understand it though. It's just do and full muscle memory, no?
yeah, it's just like
I've
just never like slammed time into like mechanics, and it's just because I don't think it's something that I would like enjoy mentally, like from the small that I've tried to do and like small amount of it that I've tried to do in like other games and like in Minecraft specifically, I feel like I'm like happy with where I am. And if where as long as like where I am can get me to playing in playoffs, like, well, that's cool. Like I don't care if I have to fucking lose to Infamy in round 1 or like lose to Loki or whoever picks me in round 1. Like I don't mind. It's just fun to still be close up there.
So the main reason why you were not playing and playing is just production team being better and better overall.
Yeah, that's the main reason. I think that's like the main reason that like has allowed me to play is that like it's been more and more. I've had to do less and less for the production, and like we've just gotten into more of a rhythm for playoffs, like having everything work. Like obviously, I mean, like last season, like we had Full and BeefSalad IRL, which was awesome. But like,
That was so fun.
like we're still trying to do new stuff all the time, but that's like that is not like mainly on me. Like that's on the people that we have in production. So like I have the freedom to like play, whereas I didn't, and like I didn't in the first couple seasons, and I also wanted to like put a lot more time into like the administration stuff in those first couple seasons because I wanted the event to like run really well and like be a good tournament. So I was like putting my money into it, and I was like, okay, it'd be cool to see the best ranked players. Like I think it's a cool format that we have. And now that that's all been like solidified, like I don't expect to change the bracket format for a while or like change the pick bands or change like the idea for like phase points or like how we qualify people. Like I think that's all pretty like solid. But for the first couple seasons, it was like really trying to figure it out, like exactly how we wanted to try to find the best player. And now that that's done, I can play sometimes and it's fun.
So you're kind of playing for the fun. So you're not as competitive as the other top runners, but you're still want to like, play and have a good time and enjoy. But that doesn't mean you're still not competitive. You're competitive, but not as much competitive.
Yeah, like I don't want to get 3-0'd by Infium next weekend, like this weekend. Like that'd be kind of embarrassing. Like I don't want to like fucking keel over. I'm gonna like play ranked this week and try to like make sure I'm playing the best I can. But like that was the whole idea. So I fucking picked you last season, Hacks. Is like I knew that like I don't like there's no way that I'm gonna like win the whole thing, like realistically. And so if I pick you round 1, like it's the hardest pick, and that means that I'll put less pressure on myself. Like I was so nervous playing Shimon because I was like, dude, if I lose, like the amount of shit that I'm gonna get, like if I get fucking like, and I'm not trying to say that he's a bad player, like let me make that very clear, but like I feel like I would get way more shit from random people if I lost to Shimon than if I lost to Loki. You know what I mean? Like just the optics of it all. And so it's like, okay, I'm putting more pressure on myself, even though it doesn't matter. Like he can't change the way I like I'm still playing the same game, but like I'm gonna play shittier being in that mental against him. And so that's why I picked you. I was like, okay, like it's gonna make me play the best because I'm gonna have no pressure. Like I don't like I would care a little bit if I get 3-0'd, like I said, but like it's I'm not gonna get that much shit if I get 3-0'd by Hacks. Like, okay, well, he's fucking way better than me, like whatever. So I just like was able to play, I think, like the best like bracket match that I had to play, like in terms of my gameplay, because it was just sort of like stress-free like that, and I can just kind of have fun with it. So yeah, I'm competitive in the sense that like I don't want to just embarrass myself, but I don't really care if I lose because it's like chill.
To be brutally honest, that's like the sweet spot.
I feel the exact same way in terms of like playing against someone who's good, where it's like not embarrassing if you lose. I feel like I'm way more nervous when I'm playing against somebody who like it's their first time in playoffs or something. But like against Loki, I'm not scared to lose because like it's not embarrassing to lose to Loki.
Yeah, obviously.
I don't know, maybe I'm weird. Maybe it's just because I have more like expectations for myself, but I always get the most nervous against like someone like Duke or Loki. Like maybe it's because for most matchups, I feel like I should be the one who's winning, but like I feel like for the ones where I'm not the favorite, I always like have a worse mental on. Maybe it's just like different expectations, like different like going in, but for me, I feel like it works the opposite way. I'm not like I don't know.
I think you're just
we'll
more
see.
competitive. That's what
Yeah, I feel like my mental this season is hopefully maybe a bit better, but we'll see. I'm not super sure.
Awesome.
Okay, one thing I wanted to like ask, you were like talking about. Well, this is a question for like Beef and Fine, but like you were talking, Fine was talking about like how he wanted to do like other stuff in Minecraft, but like the question I have is, are you guys ever like bored? Like Fine, I saw you stream like watching the 1,000 player civilization video or whatever, and you've been started like learning PvP and random stuff. And also, Beef, you played like 1,000 matches of rank like every season. I feel like do you ever get bored of the game? And if so, like if you do get bored, like what do? Do you just go back to like for fun? Do you just like go back to AA? Like is that your comfort category, or like what do you do? Or are you just hoping, or are you guys still just like motivated? You still just like really enjoy playing the game?
I love ranked.
Okay.
But, like actually, never get bored.
I don't know.
Play.
It's somehow just still fun after like 11,000 matches. I don't know. I like it.
Really? I mean, what's your like goal? You just play solely for fun? Like obviously you become like
Well, I
a
just try
really,
and get
really good
better. I
player.
don't know.
Okay, I guess
Find it
yeah, that makes
fulfilling
sense.
to improve.
Yeah.
Can I ask a micro question to Beef?
Yeah.
So, since you have 11,000 games, and that's fucking a lot, relatively and objectively, and do you ever feel like in the past or current that you hit a plateau? Because it is like very likely to happen when you do something very much.
In the past, definitely. I sometimes feel like I am not improving, but I feel like recently I've improved a lot. I mean, look at my stats. I'm Thanos right now.
I'm gonna pull it up. I don't care. I'm gonna say it on stream also. You're thinking about like
Look at these
average
guys'
shit, right?
stats.
So you have 909 average with 52 matches. That's inhumane. 62
Wow.
Yeah. He had like sub 9 some fucking hell, like 20 games in if I recall correct. And 62% win rate, 702 PB. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. The average is fucking insane. If you keep it that way or remotely close to it, that will be fucking nuts. Anyways, do you recall when you're
Bro,
like
how the fuck do you have 7 draws? What the hell? This is why your average is 9-10. You have,
I
you have
don't know. I
6
died and
draws
I
without
sent a
people
dropper and they
crashing.
accepted it 7 times.
I was in Monkey's chat and I saw someone have 22 wins, 22 losses, and 22 draws. I don't remember who, but that's actually real. I checked this MCSR rank profile. That's actually insane. Beef, do you recall when your plateau was? Maybe I can like recall something about it because I watch your streams a lot.
Maybe like season 6 or something. I don't actually know. Or maybe even last season for a while. Like I had 1009 average in season 7, and then season 8 I still had like pretty much the same thing until like the last phase. I feel like I didn't get that much better.
But did you do anything to pass the plateau, or did you just like keep playing, ignoring the issue, like mental part, and just?
I think this time I didn't really do anything specific. I don't know. I just try and focus on like very specific things that you can definitely improve on.
Can you give examples?
Just like a bastion route, or just doing something mechanically, like can quantifiably improve at it.
Oh, I know what
so
you're
that
talking
it
about.
still feels like you're doing something.
I remember watching you this damageless triple the gap stables, like throwing goals at a specific timing and like playing it damageless. I remember you practicing that because stables are triple
Well, I
gap.
was trying to figure out a way to do that, but I still get hit.
Yeah, no, it's very hard to play it damageless. Like no one ever plays it damageless. Maybe you can. You're the first person to do it because I feel like you're the only person that's actually working on like the very macro things.
No, I still get hit.
You do. I think it will eventually put through, and it's kind of RNG too. Pig spawns where pigs are at, how many melees, how many crossbows, like that. Those matter a lot, in my opinion. Yeah. Also, I have another question for you, Beef. I'm actually very curious about this. So, remember when you won Nether Regionals?
Yeah.
Like it was a pretty stacked tourney, almost like playoffs. I mean, not like that important, but still. You won by beating Feinberg, Tudor, and Mungi, and now you're gonna play ranked
Retropug,
playoffs.
I think.
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember. I gave like the 3 names that were worth mentioning. And no offense to Retropug, I just didn't remember. Sorry. And now you're gonna play ranked playoffs next week. And so, how confident are you right now overall?
I'm confident in my ability to play my best. Not necessarily to win, but I might.
Yeah.
Is playoffs like a long-term goal for you then, Beef? Or like are you solely just playing for fun? Like you don't really care like improvement or like winning or whatever is just like a side bonus? Or is it like a thing you're like mainly focusing on? Like you really want to get playoffs to like a genuine. I
don't know, just like improving is what I find fun, I think.
Okay, yeah, that's a good mindset.
That's actually like the best mindset.
Playoffs is like, if I won playoffs, that would feel good because that's like a milestone in improvement, but it's not like a specific goal I have really.
Like if you enjoy the journey itself, and for this scenario, the journey is just improving. That's gonna be like the best mental, because if you want to be good at the game, that's not gonna like if your goal is to get good at the game just alone, I don't think that can like hit a big stone wall like or brick wall eventually, which I know from my personal experiences. But if your goal is to improve day by day or from time to time, I think you just cannot like you can rarely hit a stop point. I think that's like the best mental one can have, especially in a very hard and mechanically inquiring game like this. So
Makes sense.
Yeah.
if I'm you can go on.
No, this makes sense. I just Hax, did we interrupt one of your questions earlier about
No,
like
I think we just got sidetracked. I was asking you if you got
I
bored,
think-
and then we went on like a bit of a tangent. But
No,
I think you asked a question to me and Fine, and then also had like 2 extra questions for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay, that's
fuck.
fair. That's fair.
I'm
No,
sorry.
it's fine. There's nothing. No, that's good. I get bored like sometimes of like certain things, but I never get bored of the whole game. Like I don't know. I wouldn't even say I got bored of AA as to why I'm not playing it recently, but like my fucking instance was just lagging, man. Like I just like would play on mid game and I'd get these like micro stutters and my memory would go like have to go down and it just like pissed me off. And so that's why I haven't like really like it's been in the back of my mind for like a month. And I guess like I'm like 35 or 40 hours into a back run and I'm kind of bored of that too. But like I don't know, there's parkour, there's like I've been doing like sword PvP offline for the past couple days. Like I've been playing MCCI a lot. There's random like I've been enjoying rank the last couple weeks. Like streaming it more. Like I usually don't stream rank, but I've been kind of enjoying it. There's just infinite things with the game like that. I feel like I can never get bored of like actually playing Minecraft as a whole. That I can just kind of do something else. Like I've been doing occasional sessions like offline, like an hour or two of just like resetting. And like my NPH of my average sucks. Like I'm never turning on pace, man, because I'm not letting that be shown to the world. But like it's fun to just like get in the nether once in a while and like see if there's a fashion. I don't know. Like I had a PB pace end enter like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. It was 740, right?
It's just like it would have been like 10-second PB, but it's just like fun to do in like a call. I don't know. There's no way I'd ever get bored of Minecraft. I don't think that's like a possible thing for me. But there's been a lot of times where I've gotten bored of like definitely individual things. Like I've been like very on and off with AA the past like 3-4 years even, like where it's fun for a while and then I get burnt out or like feel like I get a little stuck and then I just kind of do something else. I guess events help with that too. Like it's nice that like it's really hard for me to be that bored because there's just playoffs for the next 3 weekends and then like there's mini game events sometimes and I just get like I don't know, like I did a Bob Blue recording 3 hours ago, so like whenever he asked me to do that, like there's just so many like fun things that you can do in Minecraft that I feel like there's no way I could ever get bored of like the whole game. Yeah.
So you say you can.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, so you say you can like play AA board, play ranked board, play 1.7, get bored, play parkour, blah blah blah. You will never get bored.
Yeah,
of
just
Minecraft.
like never get bored of like the whole game, but like there are certain parts that like could piss me off. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any goals to like be really good at like the individual things you're improving on? You're already like insanely good at AA. You're pretty good at rank. Let's say, do you want to really get good at parkour too? Like, do you want to like max out every stat like eventually in the long term? Do you have a goal like?
I've realized that that's just impossible because like I think I'm pretty good at parkour now. Like compared, like I don't know, I kind of got into it a lot like maybe a year ago. For a long time, like 3-4 months, I was playing a lot, but it's just like even with that, like I was getting pretty good, and then I just play parkour with my friends that are better, and they're like 4 times more consistent than me and 5 times faster than me, and it's like I've been playing like 5-6 hours a day for like 3 months, and it's just impossible because like I don't know, like if someone new comes in and does that with ranked right now, like you're trying to play against like the Dougal of the world, where like he's been playing for 3 years at like 5-6 hours a day. Like it's impossible to be like actually like the top tier, like more than like 1 maybe 2 things. But I think it'd be nice to get like at a pretty high level with a lot of stuff. Like I'm pretty happy with what I know in parkour now, like and how good I am, and maybe I'm trying to get there in PvP soon. I don't know. PvP pisses me off more. That's a different discussion. I just feels like I don't know what I'm doing wrong. That's what I like about ranked, is I feel like I know what I'm doing wrong a lot of the time because like the replay system, and there's like you can talk with people, and I don't know, they just like have a lot more resources. Like my friends, like other HPG people, and like when I'm streaming, people just ideas for like, why did I lose 10 seconds in the Bastion? Or why did I lose 5 seconds going to chords or something? So that's like ranked is not as tilting, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like the improvement is more linear to a point, but I don't know. Can't be the best at everything. I like being competent at a lot of stuff. Like I still gotta suck it up and do redstone one of these days, man. Like it's actually embarrassing how little I know about like building a circuit. Like I could not build like a piston door off the dome. Like I would fuck it up, and that's just embarrassing. Like I've been playing the game for 10 years. Gotta lock it up.
Redstone is just all brain. When I was like 10 years old, I used to watch Zeppelin. I was like so confused.
Setling's the GOAT.
Does he still like do the content?
I think so.
Maybe. Like the last time I heard Sethwing's name was like the data pack or whatever, like the old MCSR data pack for like Bastion practice before Bastion.
Oh
Masters
yeah,
was
he
good.
made one of those.
Very old. That's like very old. You could go Hacks.
I don't know. I was so like locked in, and now I like have nothing yet.
You know that's why we made the TXT.
I don't have it open. Wait, I'll open it. You ask your question. while I
Okay,
open
fine,
it.
I can go on. So, I actually have a question for you, Hack. It's time for you to unveil. It's time for you to talk. It's gonna be a silly start, but you have been second place 3 times in ranked playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this playoff, it's finally time to change it?
Genuinely, I feel like I'm washed. Like I've been saying it kind of as a bit. But this playoffs, I genuinely feel like my odds of winning are lower than it's ever been, just because I haven't played. Like I feel like everyone has gotten so good. Like playing in the LCQ made me realize like everyone's gotten so good, and I've been like I haven't gotten that much better. Like I've learned a few things, obviously. So I'm not like completely the same player I was like last season. But for the most part, I feel like everyone's gotten so much better, and there's a lot more good runners now. Like let's say 2 seasons ago, it was really only like Duke and Loki who were like scary. Now it's like EDCR and Infume as well, and still Duke and Loki. And also everyone else, like the rest of the pack is caught up. Like I feel like I say this every time, but every playoffs is the scariest playoffs, just because I feel like the odds of upsets always go up, because like the gap between skill levels is just like the gaps between skill levels are just like more narrow. And also I feel like with MCSR, it's like there's no one in MCSR that's like a generational talent. I feel like everyone can get really, really good. So there's no like moat of like genetics. I feel like that's like a
I
cope.
strongly disagree.
No, okay, we can talk about this like afterwards, but I genuinely think if like anyone wanted to, they could become as fast as Doog or as fast as Loki, or like most people, if they really, really wanted to. Like maybe it would take longer, but I think if you put in the time and you like practice the right things, I think anyone can get to that point eventually. And it's like not crazy. It's not like, I feel like there's just not enough players. Like MCSR is like a niche inside of like a niche, where like if Minecraft is like considered like or like a specific game, it's like a lot of games just have a million people playing like the same game. Like if you have a million people playing Valorant, then it's like people are going to get really good at that. With Minecraft, it's like it's a million people, or like more than a million people, but it's all split up into like 1,000 different communities. So, and like within MCSR, it's like it's like the MCSR rank bot on like the Discord, it's like when it says like 500 or something, that's like so many people. Like that's like probably the most that ever plays at like once. But like with any massive like multiplayer game, there's just like hundreds of thousands of people playing probably, or like at least tens of thousands. So there will just be like more, there's just more likely to be people who are like generationally talented, or just like have crazy genetics for the video game in a bigger game. So I don't think anyone is like crazy talented. So like if you're good at Minecraft speedrunning, it's not like people will catch up. It's not like you have like a moat, basically. It's like you don't have as much of a buffer between you and like everyone else. So I feel like it's a lot harder for me to win playoffs, because people have just been catching up and I haven't like really pushed myself. But also the counter argument for like if I will win, my bracket is actually pretty good. Like I don't know, if I can make it through round, I feel like each individual match is harder, but I dodge like the hardest matchup. So, or like the average match difficulty is harder in this playoffs compared to previous ones, but I dodge like the very, very hard matchups. And then obviously in like a grand finals or anything, like nerves are at their peak generally, and anything can happen. And if I'm just like playing well on the day, then I could win. Or if like whoever I play in finals, like if Duga's playing bad or something, then I could win if he dies.
I mean,
I don't know.
feels the same
I think it's
too.
possible, but it's unlikely.
It's same for the opponent too. In grand final, everyone is nervous. There's no way someone is calm in grand finals, regardless how much they won it. It's just the same for opponent.
Yeah.
It's not realistic.
Okay, but do you actually think that there's someone generationally talented that plays MCSR rank right now? I feel like no one is like generationally like they're like untouchable. Like I don't know.
Okay, no one is untouchable, but there are some very, very good ones that game has shown. I actually have 3 names. I can give them now.
Okay, sure.
There's you guys are gonna laugh at one. There's Crooks, there's Loki, and there's EDCR. I'm dead ass serious. There's EDCR, which is a obvious answer. There's Loki, who's an obvious answer, but I think he was very talented.
I disagree. I mean, with EDCR, it's just like, I think EDCR is an example of someone who actually just like studies and like VOD reviews and just like learns a lot. I feel like I feel like he's just not lazy. I think like a big criticism I have of me is I'm like really complacent. Like when I was rank 1, or like when I was at like my peak, I feel like once I got it, I was like, damn, what do I do now? Like I feel like once I got that goal, I was like really burnt. Well, I wouldn't say burnt out, but like I didn't care about like learning or practicing or anything. But I feel like EDCR just has like a good mental about like actually practicing and actually like putting his mind to it. Like definitely, he is definitely like talented because like he's gotten good when like at a rate that no one else has ever gotten good at. But I don't know. With Crooks, I disagree just because I feel like Crooks is similar to like EDCR, where he would just do the strats that people were too lazy to learn. Like you would watch a Crooks stream and he would do things that no one else would do, but it's like people would know about. It's like maybe one person or like two people know about, and it's like they upload like a random video that gets like 10 views. But it's like Crooks was just like the synthesis of all that knowledge. And I feel like EDCR is similar in that sense, where it's like they are talented, but it's just like it's more that they're like really dedicated at just like learning. I feel like they're just not lazy and they do the things that they're supposed to do to be good. Like I feel like a lot of people get pretty complacent and just spam out ranked games. Like obviously you do get better with like just seeing patterns and like consistency or whatnot, but you're never like if you do 1,000 games of ranked but don't focus on drag click, like you're never gonna get good at drag click, for example. Like you have to, for some things you just have to have an eye for practicing it and just like really, really honing on the micro. Otherwise, I feel like it's not possible. And then Loki, I don't know, I'd agree to some extent because like his mechanics are absurd. But I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just because I've had it easy and I feel like I have good mechanics and I haven't tried that hard. But I feel like Loki is reachable. I don't know. Maybe it's different for other people and they physically they physically don't have the capabilities. Like I guess there is like finger RNG or whatever. Like if you don't have like the muscle fibers that are like fast or whatever, like maybe you can't like click that fast. But I feel like at least for me, like I feel like it's doable. Like I wouldn't say he's like a generational talent. I don't know. That's my point of view. I don't know if you guys disagree.
What do you guys think?
No, I agree. I think he's reachable.
Yeah, there's just not. I think there's just not enough people that are playing to have someone who's truly like incredible. And I mean, you even see like I don't know, like even in big professional games, like maybe there would be people that are more unreachable potentially in MCSR because there's less of a sample size, so that it's easier for there to be an outlier. But it's just not how it has been because like everyone, like no one's been like consistently dominant for a long time. Like no one's won 2 playoffs in a row. Crooks back in the day wasn't winning tournaments. And I mean, he never had the world record. You could say that's a luck thing, but like he never won a big tournament ever for like a year that he was considered the best. And we'll see how EDCR does, I guess. When did he lose in another regionals? Did he lose round 1 or round 2? I don't remember.
Round 2 to Tudor Wall.
Oh yeah, because he played silver round 1 and he won. Yeah. It's just like it hasn't happened yet. I think it's maybe more likely. Like if you look at a game like Valorant or CS or whatever, like there are people that are like so insanely good, but like there's always at least a couple guys that are like close, you know? Like there's obviously people that are like you can consider the best in the world at their respective esports. But it's not like they're winning every major. And obviously like that's a team game. It's different than a solo game. But like I don't know, there just hasn't been that yet. And I don't know if there ever will be. I think the odds are maybe about possible because there's only like a few thousand people that play ranks, like maybe 10, 20, 30,000 people that have like ever gotten a rank or something. So like the sample size is smaller. Like there's probably 300,000 people playing Fortnite right now. Maybe that's a really low number too. Like, I don't know. There's just so many more people. But I just don't think it'll ever happen because there's just like so many good players that are playing already. Like you need someone like EDCR who comes in like late and is just somehow like 5 times better than current EDCR, like in some way. I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah.
I like the answer more. The sample size is too low to provide the generational talent. When I think about it, the names are listed. Sure, Loki is actually talented, but even Loki's like every 3 names I mentioned are actually very hard workers and that do proper researches. Random strat in Java code that's actually good, but no one knows. those people just do it, and that's the difference.
Yeah.
Cool. So I have actually a cool question for all of you. Where do you guys think you stand as a player right now, currently, like in ranked of like level skill wise?
I think I'm like top 10. It's really hard to say because there's
Yeah, of
a
course.
definite like top 5 maybe of like in any order Doog, Loki, Infume, Hacks, EDCR. And then like everyone else is like close, but you can't really order them at all.
Yeah.
It's like really hard to say who's better.
It's a very vague question, I know, but I still want to hear you guys once.
I agree with what BeefSalad said, that I'm not in the S plus tier, but I'm at the top of the S tier. And that's like, we'll take a good amount of games, but like, I'm not going to have a positive record against anyone in the top like 3 or 5 that is like, have a little bit of just like higher understanding of what's happening and what the deal is and all that shit. But I'm up there. Like I'm not like those 5 people are like the expected playoffs winners, like probably 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Just one of those 5 people. But I'm up there in number 2, second tier. That's what I would look at.
X. It's gonna be weird for you because your current form and your actual grind form is kind of different. So you can do both if you care.
Current form, I'd say like, I don't know. I feel like I've fallen a lot. Like I think I can still hit the peaks, but I've always been like an inconsistent player, and I feel like not playing it for a while is with that as well. But it's also weird because I feel like for me, mental is a big thing. Like I know some people are just like when they play a tourney, they're just like ice cold and they don't care about nerves whatsoever, and they're just fully able to commit to like what they've practiced and what they think about. And I feel like for me, every time I play a big tourney like playoffs, I think there's always things I get, or like from playoffs to playoffs, there's always things I get better at mental wise. Like I always get like for certain matchups, if I lost to someone before, it's like I'll rethink about like how I frame the matchup in my head, and a lot of time that can help with nerves. But also like each matchup I feel like is new to some extent. Like you can kind of categorize it like, oh, I'm the favorite, I'm the underdog, but like it's also weird because it depends on who you're playing. Like you can be the favorite against someone because you're just always faster than them, but it could be like they're just really inconsistent. But if they're playing well, then you just lose. And I feel like I have a really like I think I do get caught up too much with like the minutia sometimes. Like, oh, I'm playing Onko Boy and he's a ranked demon, so I need to match him on pace. So I'll play more stupid or something. Well, I'll make some more stupid risky plays and hope I can catch him on pace. And I think that can be bad for me when I'm playing because it messes with like how I normally play. Like I remember this in like when I was playing Infume's 2500 game. Like if he beat me, he would get 2500. I didn't play like I just for some reason I didn't get the backup block on Treasure, like the second backup block, because I was like, I'm playing Infume, I need to save some time. And because of that, I think like I didn't make G carrots or something, or like I didn't get trades. I don't remember what it was exactly, but because of that play, like I just messed up or something, and I lost time because of it. And I feel like that's something I struggle with mental wise. I guess that's not really related to like form and where I see myself, but I think that's like something that's always in like the back of my head when I like compare myself to like, oh, I can beat Doog or oh, I can beat Loki. Like I think also I've always just been a bit lazy with like practice or whatever. That's like something that they've always been way better at, or like way better at compared to me. Like I've just always been kind of lazy with like the bot review and kind of lazy with like practicing mechanics or whatever. Like I think that like when I was on like when I just wasn't playing ranked or whatever, like I just wouldn't practice at all. Like I'd maybe hop on the practice map if I was really, really bored. I'd just like craft for like 10 minutes, but not really. I feel like I've been trying to fix that habit. So like I feel like I've been practicing a lot more and just like reviewing my mistakes. Like I was looking at the LCQ VOD earlier today, but I don't know. It's like it's only a week until playoff starts, and like how much can you change in a week, right? Like it's probably a good start. It's probably like a good foundation if I want to commit to ranked and like actually fully focus on winning one. Because I do want to win one eventually. Like, but I don't know. It's like it's probably like a good foundation, but I don't know if I have the time to get really, really good and be like comfortable with winning a playoffs. Like at this stage in time, I feel like I definitely just have like way worse odds. I feel like than Duke Loki and Fume EDCR.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you can't win though. A choke,
that's true.
No related choke, or just a bad day. That's like any environmental effect always.
Yeah.
So continuing the last question. To all of you again, what do you guys think your strengths are as a player, and what do you guys think you can improve on currently? Like anything.
I'm waiting for someone to go first. I'll go first. I mean, I still think I'm the best at like just decision making and like knowing what the right play in a situation is and how to play off of that. But the problem is that with decision making, like you're either right or you're wrong. And then if you're both right, like okay, you don't save any time. But with mechanics, you can just be faster. Like you can just get to a higher spot in the zero. You could just save a second on every portal and every crafting situation. So that's why I feel like I've gotten like relatively worse over the seasons, is that like, yeah, I mean decision making is still getting like way more complicated. And like there's a lot more micro decisions now that instead of like, going the wrong way for terrain and losing 30 seconds, like you could like start the bastion route from the wrong spot and lose 5 seconds. Like that's a decision. And so there's still a lot to it, but people have just played literally thousands of games and gotten so comfortable with it now, that I feel like it's both my biggest strength and weakness, because it's like the fact that I'm so good at it means that I'll win a lot of seed decisions, but I'll lose a lot of seeds because that's all I kind of have. Like I just can't. Like I think my end fight average is like the slowest in the top like 20 or 30 or something, or like second slowest or something. And then like I don't know, I just like don't have the mechanics to back it up, so it's like a super linear seed, or like the rates are really good at the 4, like I'll just lose time to being slower on the pre-crafts than a lot of other people.
I think mechanics are one of my strengths, and my biggest weakness is just consistency. I think I'll just like make 1 or 2 small mistakes on each seed and then just lose like 40 seconds to it. It's like something where I know that it's a mistake. I know not to do it, and then I just like do it wrong.
It happens to like every rod, including me. Though that is a mistake, that's because you're like taking
Yeah.
something else during the rod. Can't pay attention to the decision you're making and just make an amateur mistake.
Just like dying in the bastion or failing 0 or just something
Yeah.
silly.
Yeah, for me, I feel like I'm similar to Beef, where it's like mechanics consistency, but also like I don't know. I don't feel like there's anything I'm the best at. It's like I feel like I'm always like maybe second or third or fourth at like a lot of different things. I don't know. I remember doing like the census or whatever, and one of the questions were like, "How would you rate yourself on these skills?" And I feel like I could never put myself at like a 5. Like I would only ever put myself at like a 5 if I'm like comfortably like number 1, probably. Okay. What was I saying? I don't know. I feel like there's nothing I'm like really the best at, and there's nothing I really feel like I'm the worst at. Like my weakness would like similar to Beef is just consistency, but it's like I don't know. I wish it's like it's one of those things. Consistency is one of those things I've thought about like so much, because it's like kind of what you were talking about with PvP, where like it doesn't really make sense. Fine, because for me, consistency is like it just doesn't really make sense to me. Because with stuff like mechanics, you can just like time yourself. It's like you can do a portal practice map, and you do it 100 times. It's like you look at the what you did slow, and naturally you'll just get faster. It's like that's how it works. And to some extent, consistency is like that the more you do it, but it's also like it's so weird because it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe it's just because for me, mechanics comes more naturally. But for me, like consistency always feels like an uphill battle. I always feel like I try to like optimize for it, and I try to focus on these things a lot. But then sometimes my brain will just have like some neurons will just decide, okay, I'm not gonna jump here, and then I'll walk into lava. Like I don't know. I wish I could know why my brain I feel like does that more than like someone else. Because I feel like you're so consistent. But maybe that's because you just do like slower strats, and you're just like you're purposely like you're like slow and steady like the hare and the tortoise, or like the tortoise and the hare.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's like in my head I wish I had a better understanding of like why, because I've done these. It's not like I haven't practiced them a lot. Like I've done these things hundreds or like thousands of times, but sometimes your brain still just has like that moment where you just like fail or whatever. And I guess like you can never be 100% consistent. Like that's just not how humans work. But I don't know. It's like, especially for like the easy things or like things you feel like you should never be messing up, I feel like those always get to me. But maybe that's less of like a consistency issue and more of like a mental thing. And like maybe I just shouldn't assign that much like pressure to myself to always be like 100% perfect. I don't know.
Oh,
Y-
I like
Yeah, I
that.
don't understand consistency. I just feel like maybe it is just the fact that I do slower things on average, so there's just less chance for me to fuck it up.
Like with consistency, what I see for myself and many others is that you can easily hit a plateau on the consistency part. You can just be on the same consistency for a long time and suddenly it improves. It's so weird. Like what advice you can give for that is just be conscious of your decisions, but that's just not how it works in the run. I think it's just hard to apply at least.
Yeah, I agree. Especially because, like,
Mhm.
I don't know what you guys think during like playoff matches, but it's like part of it, like you want to be conscious of your decisions, but also you want to just like you don't want to like overthink things. I feel like you want to just like do the routes that you know how to do. And it's like, I feel like it's so easy to sometimes like overthink things, but you also just like need to play your game. I feel like.
So let's get more into MCSR rank. Let's go with the easy question, and we will progress harder. What does it take to win a playoff?
Luck and a lot of skill.
Yeah, and nerves maybe. Proper nerve management.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it takes because I've never won one yet. But I guess no one else has in the call. But
You can still make a comment. Yeah, humans can make observations, man. You can make an observation.
yeah, I don't know. It's like
Yeah.
I just feel like you just need to like have a good mental about it. You need to be playing well. You also need like luck to some extent because everyone's just so good now. But it's like it's differing levels of luck for each person. Like I've been thinking about this. Like for me, like in season 3 or whatever, like that was the season where I went flawless until grand finals, and my mental was so good for that season because obviously if you never lose a seed, then there's no issue. It's like what are you gonna like critique yourself on? Like you're just completely fine. But as soon as like it reached grand finals and I like actually lost the seed, I feel like mentally I just like didn't know how to deal with that, and I just like played so much worse, and that's like an element of luck in a way. Even though it's like outside of the game, it's like if I just didn't lose a seed and I got lucky and I got seeds that fit my playstyle always, and I won them all, then it would have been like a complete breeze. But as soon as I lose one, it's like it's so weird, and that's like an element of luck outside the game. I feel like there's just so much. It's just like the simple answer is you have to play well, you have to not get tilted, and you need to not get like super unlucky, or you need the person to like maybe make some mistakes. But I don't know. I feel like in my head it's like it's pretty simple, but you can always just like you can infinitely explore like one random thing, I feel like, and say, oh, this has to be here, this has to be here. I don't know.
So, for the LCQ, what were the runners that you guys expected to call, and how many did you get right?
I almost got 3 right, man.
Awesome.
Akshay was so close. Emerald was even closer. And then I think everyone picked Axe.
Nice, no-brainer.
And then Danny did his best.
What about you, Beef? Do you have like any certain prediction?
I guess Hacks and V straight correctly. I don't remember who I said for the other two, but it wasn't Keenan and Tudor.
Yeah.
But like, it's not surprising that they got in.
Yeah, I feel it.
For me, I don't know. I guess I didn't really make predictions, but like obviously you predict yourself just because if you don't like I feel like if you don't predict yourself, then that's just like kind of stupid. Like you need to believe in yourself to some extent.
Of course.
I don't know. I was hoping Danny would make it through. Like B should I think I would have predicted, and like probably Tudo.
Tudo played it so well. I analyzed the seeds, like no, not the seeds, but I analyzed the placements for the lead, and Tudor never fell off 4, and he was mainly top 2. Then he fell to 3, and he got stuck in top 3, also between 2 and 3. Like for the first 4 seeds, he was top 1 or top 2. Like he just had a great tournament. And
yeah, the LCQ format is like I feel like you just need to be like doing good or like fine on the first seeds, because like I feel like you can really only overtake someone comfortably in like the later seeds just because there's actual discrepancy, or like, well, you can overtake someone if they like have a bad seed and like don't finish, like if they DNF. But with the quals format, I think it's in my head it's just like like part of the reason why I feel like quals was harder to win than playoffs is it's just like so hard to, at least for me, it's just like my play style. It's definitely harder for other people, but like I feel like you need to make it to like top 10, top 8, top 6 by like seed 7, 8, 9, but you need to be like consistently up there, otherwise you just can't you can't make it through. And I feel like for me, I'm such an all or nothing player. Like I either win a seed or I DNF. It's like I struggle a lot with getting like 2nd, 3rd, 4th consistently on a seed, because like the thing with LCQ is if you get 4th each time, there's like really no difference between like 1st and 4th. Like if you get like if someone gets 1st on 5 seed, like the first 5 seeds in a row, and someone gets 4th on like the first 5 seeds in a row, it's only like a 5-point difference. And then if the 4th place person gets 1st on the last seed and the 1st place person gets second on the last seed, then they're tied again. So it's like it's just weird. I feel like the format is like not super conducive to my playstyle. I forgot what the original question was, by the way. I'm sorry. I was just like rambling.
That's better for me.
Mhm.
So I want to mention a bit of LCQ quad players and kind of did some good analysis on them. And I have like certain comments that are related to their calling success. And I actually want to point it out. So let's start with Kenan. He had a rough session in his first half, but like towards the end, he actually made a great comeback. Like in the first half, he was like barely top 10, almost fell from top 10. And like in the last half, like the last 5 Cs, he just like bounced. He won like 2 or 3 Cs, if I recall correctly. And he like finished top 4. Like, and then I talked to him about this, and he said in the first half he was very nervous and he couldn't play his game. And after the second half, he used to it because he was just like playing a lot of seeds, obviously. And then after he like the nerves like got over him, no sorry, he nerves were like ended. He started playing his game, actually like the great comeback. So the main question I got from this is how like are nerves actually like this crucial? And even if it is, how do you guys like in here deal with nerves? Like how do you guys deal with nerves?
It's just like you gotta play more and
I knew it.
be used to them. I don't like. I really don't have like a better solution
yeah.
or like idea. Yeah.
We talked it with Hacks before the podcast, and I just said he's just gonna say play more. We guessed it right.
Yeah.
There's just like there's no better like idea. I don't know.
Beef, do you have a better answer than playing more?
Well, okay,
No,
well,
I'd say the
I'm
same
saying
thing. I feel like I get better at nerve control in each tournament I play in.
Yeah, so same answer. Yeah, I think the same too. But kind of like there can be some conscious actions that you can take to maybe better your nerve management. But the best answer is play more. So if normal.
I mean, yeah, like playing more is an objective correct answer. Like I feel like that's the thing that probably works for everyone. But like I don't know, for me, I always try to like cognitively, I feel like I always try to think about each playoffs differently because like maybe I'm just overthinking it and I'm overcooking it. But I feel like I don't know. I think I just do have. I struggle with like nerves a lot. Like I don't know. Maybe it gets better like after you've won. Actually, I'm like curious. BeefSalad, like, do you think after another regionals wins, like, do you feel like your nerve control is better in tourneys, or is it like?
Well, I
not
haven't
really
had
different?
another tournament since then.
Oh, I guess
So
so.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I guess
yet.
playoffs is like the trial run. I don't know. For me in playoffs, like I played like from season 3 to 7, and I feel like in each one I always think about like the tourney slightly differently, or like my matchups slightly differently. Like this season as well, I feel like I'm just like trying to think differently about how I think about like lost seeds or whatever. Like I don't know. I don't really want to like over talk about it because if I lose and it's like, oh, I'm doing like I feel like my mental is so much better, and then I lose before I even make like semifinals, I feel like that'd be kind of embarrassing. So I'm gonna like I'll probably like talk about it if I win. But I don't know. I feel like you can like cognitively think about things differently because there are definitely just like playing more definitely does help, but there also are just wrong ways to think about seeds. Like if you're thinking about I have to win every seed, like if I'm down 0-2, there's no chance. Like if you're down 0-2 against Zugal and you just give up, then obviously your odds of winning like maybe go down from like 10% to like 0 if you just like completely give up. So it's like I think nerves and mental are super important in that regard. To still just like give yourself a chance, and that's like not something like play more can fix because the argument for play more is like obviously you'll get more used to it, but I think there's a lot of ranked players. I'm sorry, BeefSalad. I'm like kind of like subtweeting you, but it's like there's a lot of ranked players who have played a lot of matches who still have like slingshots every season, I feel like. And I think that's like a case of I guess like nerves and in my head like nerves and mental are kind of interchangeable because I feel like mental will impact your nerves. But I feel like depending on your mental, that'll impact like your level of nerves, and like how you think about things will definitely does have an impact. Like playing more does, but it like thinking about things differently does as well. But the weird thing about it is I feel like it depends on who you are. Like I talked about this with Raul so much, and like how I think about matches is so different from how like he thinks about matches. And I feel like I don't think he's wrong for like how he thinks about matches. Like he thinks about things like way differently. Like I feel like he's way more pragmatic. Like I think I'm like super optimistic sometimes. Like even if I'm down, sometimes I'll be like, yeah, it's fine. I'll get lucky seeds or whatever, and it can still work out. But I don't know. I think it's different for everyone. So like the best mental for one person might not necessarily be the best person for another person. So it like depends so much. I feel like it's such bad advice because it's so unobjective and it's so subjective. Whereas like play more is just completely something you can control, but I feel like nerves are something that are like controllable. Like you can consciously like have a positive impact on like mitigating, I guess.
I agree. Yeah, just playing more is a no-brainer, but still you can do some changes that can improve the nerves very well. So let's continue with Vishit, who was pretty much very good overall. Probably arguably the best overall consistent player in this LCQ with his performance. Yeah, he had kind of a rough start. I think he did bad on first 2 seeds, if I recall correctly. But on the last 8 or 7, he just kind of dominated with his consistency. I know that Vishit in ranked is also pretty consistent overall. Sometimes he has bad days, sure, but overall I think, like I recall, Vishit is always being like a consistent player. He had a very consistent session in ranked overall. He won by 8 points lead. He was first in LCQ with an 8-point lead. So what I got from this, and I want to ask is, do you guys think consistency is about in tournaments especially, or just in overall?
I have my answer. I'm curious what Beef and Fine think.
Can you
I
reword
mean,
it? I don't.
yeah, like you can't be slow. But like,
I think it's a hard question.
what is it? Is like, is consistency mainly about speed? Like, or
Or
is
like
it like,
I think like consistency more important than speed.
Like just not dying in silly ways, not making the no immature decisions, not making any bad mistakes overall. I think that fits consistent. Not I think speed and consistency. Well, I think it's in ranked it's easily about speed. You don't have to be ultra fast to be high in the leaderboard. If you're consistent enough, you will be in the top of the board eventually. But you need to have a certain speed baseline though, that's for sure. But I think consistency is above. In tournaments, it's kind of shaky though. I don't have a certain opinion in tournaments. Do you guys have any in tournaments?
I mean, it's weird because speed and consistency are like if you want to be a good rank player, you need both, right? It's like you can't just be like all into one stat. Like it's like you can. Like I feel like Shimon is an example where he's all in on speed and no consistency, but he is still consistent. Like he doesn't have an 100% forfeit rate. Like you need some level of things, but like generally, I'd say consistency is king, just because like it doesn't matter if you're dropping sub 8s like on 40% of Cs if the other 60% you just don't even complete. I think it is just weird because like you can't have all into one stat. Like you can't go 100 consistency, 0 speed,
Yeah, of course.
100 speed, 0 consistency.
If that's the
But,
case, both doesn't matter. I'm talking about like
I feel like
yeah.
like I feel like if you're talking about like a playstyle, like when you like evaluate a player, like this person is consistent, this person is fast. I think generally consistency is a harder skill to like get than it is to be fast. Because consistency, like what I was talking about earlier, like it just doesn't make sense. I feel like it's like more of a like an abstract thing, whereas speed is like very easily trainable. So I think being a more consistent player is more like favorable than being a solely fast player, or like it's more important.
I think consistency is like very dependent on like mental. Like some days I'll just wake up and be very consistent across like a lot of matches. And so I think it's kind of different for tournaments. Like I think I'm just more focused. I'm just trying as hard as I can in a tournament. And so I think I'm maybe more consistent and more focused, but I don't know.
No, I agree with Beef. I feel like in tourneys I like play so much better than I usually do. Like I'll practice before playoffs or something and I'll die 10 times in the stables, and then I'll play playoffs and I'll play the best seed of my life and drop a sub 8 average. Like I think there definitely is you do just focus more.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I think consistency is the most important. I think that's like, I mean, nowadays, like winning, you have to like be really close in the top speed, because like if you don't have the speed, like someone who's just like 30 seconds to a minute faster than you will just win, even if you're consistent, like as long as they're consistent enough, if you can't match their top speed. But especially in something like LCQ or like bigger events, like where it's not necessarily a 1v1, like the consistency is definitely king. Like if you're close enough on the speed, if you just are getting consistent points every time, like you're not dying on the 0, dying on the bastion, like that's all you need.
Yeah. Last player that called. I'm not gonna mention. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention X because there's just not mentioned about X. X was gonna call. He has always been on the top. He came back and he just called. Like I don't think there's not much to talk about X. He just did. Well, so the last player that I'm about to talk about is Tudorul, and it's actually a completely different topic. Since he finished very high in face points but didn't qual, he had a starting point of 10 points. He started 10 points ahead of everyone from zero seed, basically. Which, in my opinion, helped him stay top 4 throughout the whole tournament. As I mentioned, he never fell out of 4, and he was 2 in first 4 seeds, if I recall correct. So, and I think the big, I know he played well, but I think the impact of 10 points from the start is very crucial. That's how I like analyze and saw it. And I want to ask your opinions about this too. How do you think, how impactful do you think the starting with high points are, like in general?
Well, as someone who played, I was glad it wasn't 5 points per point in quals, because that was what it said on the wiki. And when I saw that, I was like actually like really, really scared. Like I genuinely thought I wasn't gonna qual when I saw that, because I think like the most points someone had that didn't qual was Danny with like 145 or something. So he would have started with like 29 points, which is a full seat ahead of someone who didn't play any.
Yeah.
So like I think that is too much, but like I don't know, 10 points ahead, or like what would it have been for Danny if it's 10? Like 14 points ahead, that's not insurmountable. Like it's obviously hard. Like you should have an advantage to the people who played the whole season. Like it is kind of fucked up that I play 3 days and then I make playoffs when people have played the whole season and don't make it. But I don't know, I feel like the system was fine. I think it's fair that I start with like way fewer face points and that people have like a half a seed advantage. Like I think a full seed is too much. Half a seed is maybe a bit too little. Like maybe in between would be good for like the people who are at the very top. But I don't know. I feel like the system's fine for the most part. Like
Yeah,
I made it through, so I don't have any complaints.
Yeah. I think it's fine too. I just find it very impactful. I mean, of course, they deserve it. They finished like 13th, 14th. They're like very close to qualifying, but they didn't. They completely deserve a head start in LC. I just think it's very impactful. I think it's very nice. So
yeah, that was the idea that we wanted, is just to like, there's got to be like a little bit of a benefit to like playing the start of playing it like out the whole season. It's just nice to give people that little bit of boost, and it doesn't like, it probably matters a lot more. I didn't really think about like with the mental throughout playing all the seeds, but like I don't think it has really ever affected like the final quals in like any of the LCQs. Like I think it like barely does. But the idea is to get the best players, and if you give them a little bit of a head start, I think it's chill.
Yeah, cool though. So I'm gonna have a no-brainer question again. To like take a small break. Do you guys think going for a high roll plays when you're significantly behind is correct? Like in ranked or in tournaments, especially in tournaments. What do you guys think?
I mean, the person who like epitomizes like playing for odds and doing like the high roll plays and like the weird plays to save pace is like Priffy. I think Priffy always does like the plays that are just for odds. Like it's not necessarily correct. Like stuff like leaving on 11, or stuff like not getting the backup gold blocks and stables. Like those are playing for odds if you're behind. Like it is technically, like the point of the game is to win. It's objectively correct to do that. It's just hard because it's like you can't always evaluate the odds perfectly, right? Like it's like if you know someone's more likely to choke, then maybe you just play your game and not die. But I don't know. I feel like I try to just play my game the same always, no matter what. Like I do, like I have been, I'm not gonna lie, I've been watching a lot of Infume, and Infume has like pretty bad micro relative to like EDCR, Duke, Loki. And what that made me realize was I really don't have to be playing with my foot on the gas all the time. And like to some extent, I feel like I've like chilled out and haven't been going for like as crazy of plays. But I don't know. I think you should just like play your game regardless. But some people are like really good and like confident with like, yeah, I'm just gonna play or like do whatever helps me win the game, and I know this play, even if it's not like correct and I can lose off it, it's just like it gives me better odds. And I think that's like, if you're like comfortable with that play style, like it works.
Like that's what I got from Infume too. Like you don't like you guys know how I play. Like when I back in the day, I was like flashy, jittery or some shit. But when I was Infume, he's not like that at all. And that teach me that okay, you don't have to be like, you don't have to force your brain to go fast. You don't have to like throttle your brain, throttle your mechanics. Just play chill. Just play at a certain speed level, and do not do stupid mistakes. And that's why I was referring to consistency, by the way. And you will be fine. You will be at the top, just like Infume. That's what I learned from them. You don't have to like throttle everything to like be extremely successful, unless you're like Duke and Low, which can be exceptions in my opinion. You can play like chill, focus, and be fine.
Agreed.
You know, so,
it's just like yeah. No, go ahead. Next question. Sorry, I was just gonna say the same thing that you guys have been saying.
Nice, chill. Hex, do you want to ask? I asked too much.
That's okay. You can keep going. I'm too lazy to scroll. I've
It's
been on
okay.
a roll on this
It's
practice
okay.
world.
It's okay. I got this. So I want to complete the question about nether regions with Hex actually. No, sorry, Beef actually. Since you won the tourney, obviously, how did that impact your confidence?
I mean, it felt good, but I didn't like have to play any of the like top players really. Like the top 5 kind of. So maybe I just got kind of lucky with the bracket. But it was still good practice with nerves and stuff.
Did you get nervous at the finals?
Yeah, on some of the seeds I was nervous. Until like I don't know, I feel like when I do something that feels like mechanically really fast or flashy or something, I feel like I play a lot more confidently on the rest of the seed. I feel like on the first seed, like both of us died in the bastion, and then like I ran back. I had some like boat clutch into like 10 skeletons where I just should not have survived, and then I did, and I just felt like I was playing good after that.
Awesome.
There were maybe some moments where I was nervous on some of the other seeds, but I remember particularly the last seed. I kind of, like we entered the Nether and there was just a blaze spawner and double triple stables on my screen at the same time, and I just turned my brain off for the rest of the seed and just trusted that I would be faster.
Yeah. So did you change anything before the tournament that like actually like benefited you overall in your gameplay, like mental wise or gameplay wise?
I actually remember. I'm always changing like small things here and there, so I probably changed a couple things, but I don't think there was anything like significant.
Yeah. And one question I can ask for all of you guys actually is, do you have one piece of advice for people that are new to Minecraft speedrunning and want to improve? Only one. So think it carefully.
I feel like I've talked too much, so I'm gonna give it a short answer. Play more.
Awesome.
Just go fast.
Yeah.
Don't get overwhelmed, or like it's okay to get overwhelmed, I guess. Like there's a lot to learn, so it's fine if you like suck for a while, because all the people that you're watching have been doing it for years, so it's okay to get overwhelmed.
Yeah. And yeah, so Feinberg, what tournament achievement are you most proud of? Like you played a lot, obviously, for like many years. What was the one that made you happiest or like most proud of yourself?
I don't know. Speedrunning wise.
Yeah, speedrun only.
Like ESI 1 and 2 was nice to win ESI 2 after also winning ESI 1. And then just like, I don't know, I feel like there was like a 1 year period in like 2021 or 2022 where I lost like 1 or 2 things, and that's it. And that was nice, I guess. But in terms of like, probably like ESI 1 and 2, in terms of like tourneys, I don't know. It's just like when I was like the best at tourneys was just like 3-4 years ago, and I legit just don't remember like specifically.
Method King of the Hill and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I know there was like 6 methods in a row, but I swear they just invited like dog shit people for like 3 of them. So it felt so stupid. Like it was like, I don't know. Like a couple of those were nice, but like the people that were inviting, it was like not like ESI was way more competitive and like than most of the other attorneys back then. Like I guess it was like such a different format, but it felt to me that it was the most competitive out of all of the events at the time, and so it was nice to win both of those. Not the third one though, so I suck. That's okay.
I miss CSI. It's like the first tournament I played in, really. I don't think anybody knew who I was before that.
I learned you in playoffs with your like astronaut skin. If that's an astronaut,
oh my god, yeah, season 3.
Yeah, dude, I was looking back at the old the VODs, the like ranked YouTube channel, and I like got jump scared by the old skin. Like, that's good.
So
maybe for one playoffs we just do a throwback. Everyone goes back to their old skin. Fine can go back to the Steve with the F on the back. I can go back to the Snowman. Beef to the astronaut.
Yes.
Oh, you should do that. 100%.
Okay, sorry, I cut you off. Full sorry. What was your question?
I'm thinking of it.
Okay.
Fuck it. You guys ask. Make up it. For one time only.
Dude, are you do I actually have to pull up a fucking notepad?
No, it's not bad. You can make no, I'm talking about anyone. You guys can ask anything. Like literally. I'm actually curious. I have a lot more questions.
Questions prepared in my head. I'm sorry.
It's alright.
Nah, I don't either, yeah.
Alright.
This is stupid.
So okay, this is gonna be an easy question, but still I want to hear your guys' opinions. Let's rank the countries that play MCSR like in a ranking. Let's rank first. You are
Oh,
easy.
one like if there's-
USA, and then like every
Yeah.
other country has like 1 or 2 people.
Yeah, USA is 1. Canada is 2, right? It's not UK. Is it UK or Canada in 2?
I don't know. I guess like what would UK be? It'd be EDCR. Like how would it even work? Is it like because it's like what format would it be? Like is it just the best person from each country? Or is it like World Cup where it's 3 people? And then also like is it just 116? Like I'd say I don't know. I'd say 116 is like I'm biased, but I'd say 116 is the only version that matters because all the other versions are like have like way fewer players. Like 116 is the only version I'd say that's like actually competitive. But it's like how many people are you doing, and if so, like how does it work? So probably like depends on the format. Like if you're like trying to make like Olympics for MCSR ranked, but I don't know. It would just be like no matter what format it is, it would just be US first.
Yeah.
I think like nobody would disagree with that.
Mhm.
And then like maybe Canada. Like Canada's pretty good. You could get like Silver and
Aquacore?
Danny and Aquacord and like a few others I'm probably forgetting about.
Are there
And
any,
then UK is probably good because of Ed Kerr and Beef Salad
Priffin.
and yeah, Prafi. I guess Darby as well now.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like the problem is the community is so small. I think
Yeah.
this is one of like the qualms I've always had. Like back when I had or back when I was in Hong Kong and had to play playoffs at 3 a.m. I was always so pissed that this community is just like it's just not big enough. So there's no like community outside of like NA/EU. So all the tourneys like have to abide by like those time zones basically. So all the Australians and all the Asians are just completely fucked. That always pissed me off. Like that's like the one annoying thing about having like a small community, I guess, or just like it being niche. There's just not enough tourneys and like all the tourneys or like there's not enough big tourneys that like I feel like the time zone fit or like fits for those time zones, like the time zones that aren't NA/EU. But I don't know. It's like it's just like the community is. It's just there's just so many Americans, and then there's like a few Canadians, and there's a few British people. I don't know.
Yeah. So do you guys have any like speedrun superstitions, like in general?
I mean, the one I have is I'll always do a stupid strat until I guess this isn't a superstition, but I'll always do like dumb strats until they fail on me, even though I know like objectively I shouldn't do them. Like the one that I was doing for a while before I stopped ranked was like on Ocean Seeds. I would do the death reset where you die while crouching, so your items like go above your head, and I think there's just a chance of them spilling. But I just like pretend to ignore the fact that it could spill, and I guess that's not really a superstition because I know it's not true, but I guess it's like the people who like go like still believe it, like they sell. I guess that you don't have to believe in Santa to celebrate Christmas, but like it's kind of like that where it's like you still believe in Santa, but you don't really like. I don't really know how to explain it. I feel like my thoughts on this are like so unorganized.
Yeah.
I kind of had a superstition. I made it the 3 TNT setup where like you don't light the second TNT and it just gets blown up by the other one. I had a superstition that there would be like a 1 in 1,000 chance of it breaking the spawner, and we would just not know for like a month. And that's exactly what happened. EDCR
Yeah.
had his spawner break like a couple of weeks ago.
So it's
during
not
our
a
setup,
superstition.
so, yeah,
It's real.
it came true.
Insane.
I'll watch.
I've played too long to the game is everything is explainable.
Yeah.
The game is what it is. I'm numb to all RNG. I'm numb to everything. Things just happen the way they happen.
Good answer.
It's the way I look at it.
I watched the EDCR on live. I just couldn't understand what was going on. The spawner just gone. It's not there. So which matchup are you guys like most excited about? Excluding
In
your
playoffs?
own matchup. Yeah, in playoffs. Excluding your own matchup because you're playing it.
Like round of 16 or like any possible
No,
matchup.
round of 16. Matchups are not
Round of
set.
16.
Uh-huh.
I always think I'm excited to watch Infu play because I feel like he's never had like a good tourney performance. I feel like I'm excited to see him play, and obviously like Edgar because it's his first playoffs. But
Need to
I don't
watch
know.
EDCR. Need to watch EDCR.
Yeah.
So-
Also, just like Dugan Loki, I feel like I don't know. Maybe I feel like it's so motivating to watch them play. Like I've said, like I've been pretty lazy with practice or whatever. But whenever I watch Dugan Loki and I see just some crazy mechanical thing or some like crazy new strat that I've just never seen before, that always like motivates me to play to some extent. Like I get a burst of motivation. It's so annoying though because I feel like they stream like Dugan at least streams pretty late. So whenever like I watch him play, it's like midnight or something, and I should be going to bed. But then I watch him do something cool, and I'm like, fuck, I want to play for like 2 hours, and then I like stay up until like 2 a.m. It's kind of stupid.
No, the tech is every time you miss a Dougal stream, you just like go on his clips in the last 7 days, and you see like 5 different days that he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I don't know.
excited.
What about you guys?
I'm excited about Beef and Loki actually.
Good picks.
I think Silver versus Aquacode will be fun.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be.
I'm just excited for watching ECR. Just anyone new. I think it's awesome always.
Yeah, I want to see how he does in tourney too, because nerves are a thing, and you don't play the same in tourneys as you play ranked. Efium is like the best example of this. But let's see if EDCR will do good playing his skill level. I'm actually curious.
We will have to see.
So it's been 1 hour and 41 minutes. I'm gonna ask one last question. Actually, not a question, a prediction, and we're gonna end. So out of all the 16 players in MCS Running playoffs this season, I want you guys to make a bold prediction for who's gonna advance or who's gonna do really good. But it has to be a bold prediction. You shouldn't just choose Loki or Silver or like one of the top runners. Make it fun. I will say my pick very last.
I can go first if no one else has anything.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'd say like anyone in the bracket of death, I feel like is just cooked. Like I feel like if my bold prediction, like I don't see Vishud winning, but I feel like okay, well my bold prediction is Vishud, but I don't see Vishud winning, but like I could see Vishud like making semis probably. It's just like, or actually, I guess I'm playing Vishud. Fuck, I don't know. That would imply I lose. But I'm also like wash. Okay, no. I'd say Vishud probably, because I think EDCR, it's his first playoff, so I think there's naturally just nerves. And then also, assuming I beat Rannick, I'm washed, so Vishud has a good odds of beating me, I feel like. And Vishud's also just been playing like good as well recently. And like if Rannick beats me, then I feel like Vishud and Rannick is like pretty equal. And then if Vishud wins that, then they're in semis, which is like pretty good. And then like you could probably even make finals from there. Like who would it be on in semis? Like it'd be Silver or Ral most likely. It's like Silver, Ral, Aquacord, or Darby. And I feel like Vishud has decent odds against like all of them. Like I wouldn't say Vishud has positive odds against Silver and Ral, but I wouldn't say it's like super one-sided. Like I definitely see Vishud making a crazy run. That's like my bold prediction, I guess.
Okay, Beef and Fine, you can go.
My bold prediction is me. Lightning is going to start
Awesome.
Ricky's house.
Confidence. Confidence. That's awesome.
I was also my own answer. Could lock in and be next up. If like I don't know, everyone's so close. Like I have no expectations for myself, but like maybe the seats just go my way. Maybe the strongholds just suck and I go the right way every time.
I think your
Maybe
biggest
judgment. I just go.
Yeah, I think your biggest advantage is just nerfs. You have way less nerfs compared to other people.
Yeah.
I think that's your biggest advantage. So more you advance, more your advantage prevails. It's very good for you. I hope that happens.
That's true.
Yeah. My bold prediction
it would
is
be
Darby, by the way.
Darby, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be a crazy storyline fine if you do make it through, because you, I think, have like probably the hardest bracket of all time. Like if you into Duke into Loki is probably like that's fucking nightmarish. I feel like that's like you're like engineering the hardest bracket possible.
We're probably cook as fuck, but that's chill.
Yeah.
No biggie.
Awesome. All right. Thank you for joining, everyone. It was fun. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun too.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, it was awesome.
All right. Thank you.